Alright, guys, here is the review for Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Leader Jetfire. Uh, I transformed him yesterday. I had a little bit of a difficulty, but, yeah. Had a little bit of a difficulty on him, because I just really couldn't get it done. You know what I mean? When I transformed him. But I got him. I have to say, I have one complaint. A lot of pieces pop off when you're trying to get other pieces into place. Like, for example, on the back bit there, behind these, there is this place where when you combine him with Optimus, it's his gun. It's this back piece here. Now, it doesn't stay in very well, nor does it go back in place very well. I mean, it takes at least a good minute or 3 minutes for me to get it back into place. Nice. So, it at least popped off 5 or 6 times during transformation, and I had a lot of issues with it. Other thing that knocked that out of place. But I mean, there's these little snap pegs that you have to push down really hard to get, and normally the rest of the pieces won't go with it. So it ends up popping off when you get popped back in. You got to put it back in, and then those bits will pop off again. So it just kind of, things make other things pop off pretty much. But once you get it all in place, he's a very awesome figure. Now I had to raise my tripod pretty high to get him all in this. I can't even get the tip of the gun nor the back part of his wing in this shot. So you can obviously see how big he is. Now, I don't have a tape measure, but I'm going to be getting one. I might have one in a little bit. But I'm not actually going to show the transformation. I know since it's the first time you've seen it, but you can watch PL's review, but because he is a YouTube partner, and he can have videos longer than 10 minutes, and if I went through the transformation, it would be longer than 10 minutes, and I don't want to make a part 2 for any real review whatsoever. So I'm just not going to show the transformation. But pretty cool. Well, you can let me go into the details now. You see the letters JTFR. Dang it, scalpel just fell off my desk. You see the letters JTFR, Jetfire. And now if you came on the other side here, oops, that pops off a lot. Hold on. Pops out of socket a lot. Now, on this side, there is the Lieutenant Colonel Brawley, and then all those letters are all those words. I can actually read it because I have 20/20 vision, so I can read it. It's very tiny, so it'll take me a minute. Warning: this aircraft contains a seat containing an explosive charge. See maintenance manual before removing. That's what it says. So it's just a detail. So I haven't noticed any review where anyone's actually said what that meant. What was actually said. One other thing, the landing gear absolutely sucks. Now, this front landing gear is his cane, and the front landing gear, like I just said, is his cane, and the back landing gear folds sideways. So if you try to set it down and you're messing around with them like I just did, you have to fix the landing gear because the side landing gear would fall. And now if you try to roll him forward, this landing gear will have a tendency to fall because it just folds in. It doesn't fold forward, it folds back. So and if you try to turn him, those landing gear fold off to the side because it's actually a pretty loose landing gear joint. Just a little quick size comparison. I only have one vehicle right next to me, so that's actually not very good. I wanted more for this review. Actually, yeah, I have two. The movie one, Cliff Jumper. Look how small Cliff Jumper is compared to Jetfire. Jetfire is at least just about, I don't know, probably at least a few feet long, maybe. Let's see, probably about a foot long. maybe even a little bit bigger than that. I can't tell. But and here is Revenge of the Fallen Smokescreen, which is pretty much just as much as Cliff Jumper. But that's all I can really say about that. Wow, it took me 5 minutes to go over this ginormous vehicle mode. But what's kind of odd is most of his length in this SR-71 Blackbird mode is his arms, because they don't fold up or anything, they just sit there. They don't fold back, they don't like fold in. And what else I don't like is that the fact that the gun on the front pegs in, not directly in the middle, but it pegs in on the side. So it's kind of off to the side a little bit when you want it in the front. And really, the SR-71 Blackbird wasn't a military jet, really. I mean, okay, it was, but it was more of a stealth jet. Because it talks about the SR-71 Blackbird being one of the highest levels of the atmosphere, and it can go faster than the speed of sound. So it's really more of a stealth jet. But just like Blackout / Grindor, their military mode is out of service now. So, but I can see why they gave Jetfire the SR-71 Blackbird mode. It's a kick-ass mode, and also because it's a retired military jet. So, you know, Jetfire's retired war veteran, and kind of fits him. So, now on to the robot mode. It'll be instant.